So we had the pleasure of watching this one from the studio. Tyler Melito, our very own beat reporter, was in the Dome, and he had a better angle. Now, Tyler, thanks for joining the show. Have to ask, with everything going on with the Chase Scanlan situation, how concerned were you and how impressed were you with Syracuse's offensive performance here, especially in the context of the Orange playing without Chase Scanlan, and also with Scanlan being arrested earlier today?
Well, Brad, I was actually really impressed with how this team played. Given the short week, obviously the game against Notre Dame was horrendous if you were watching it, and I know you were because you're an astute journalist and always watching the game. And this team, it seemed like they were playing with more energy. Last week, it seemed like the distractions were really getting to them. They were playing a little tight, not themselves like we've seen throughout the year. Then you have the news of today. I'm not going to go too far into that. You guys have already done that perfectly. But I feel like they were playing a lot looser this afternoon, maybe because they were in the Dome, maybe because they knew it was at stake, or they just overall were more relaxed. Overall, I was really impressed with how they played. And I feel like all Syracuse fans should, given the fact that they needed this game to really help their chances with the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, Tyler, one guy who was really playing free and easy today was Owen Hilt. 7 goals, 2 assists, 9 points for the freshman. What did he have working, and how critical will it be for him to keep this up headed into the postseason?
Well, Tom, Owen Hilt, the guy, he's been pressed all season. He now leads the team in goals for this year with 28. And Coach John Dales mentioned post-game that what he liked about Hilt's game today was that he's really dissecting the defenses, seeing where the slides were coming from, and then picking his spots, whether it be shooting, more often than not he was, or finding his teammates a couple times he did. And I mentioned this last week on Orange Press Pass. He's going to be the guy if Syracuse makes a run in the NCAA tournament. He's so talented. He has that experience from box lacrosse. He's played at a really high level all season long. He can get a shot from anywhere with velocity and with finesse. He's going to be crucial, especially going forward, even after the NCAA tournament. He and Owen Seabold, they got a little 1-2 punch going. And that was a big concern, at least for me, because there's so many guys from this offense graduating, but you have that 2 dynamic duo in Hiltz and Seabold. Hiltz is going to be the alpha dog for the rest of this season. In my opinion, he should be, and for the rest of his time here at SU.
Hey, Tyler, bringing it back full circle now. This is it for the regular season. The Orange look ahead to the NCAA tournament. They're now 5-1 in non-conference play. Does this win over Robert Morris give Syracuse the momentum they need going into the NCAA tournament?
Well, John, this win is huge, obviously. Winning the last game of your season is always going to help build momentum. We see it across any sport you pick. A team that wins is more likely to win the next game because it got that momentum from talking regular season into the postseason. And Coach Jesko mentioned that as well. He was very happy that the team had this game, especially after the dud that was last week. Notre Dame game, that was horrible by all counts. And having a win this week, a win that was this good, this team played really well. They knew what they were doing. They got everything going. Sure, it wasn't against one of the top foes you would like in the ACC. It was against Robert Morris, but Robert Morris is no slouch of a team. They played all their ACC opponents this season competitively. So Syracuse, I'm really impressed with how they played. I'm really encouraged by this. At the beginning of the week, I would have said, yeah, they would have made the tournament they won, but I don't know if they would have won one game. They definitely wouldn't have won 2. Now I have a little more hope. I definitely think they can win 1 game depending on the matchup, and they could probably win 2, once again, depending on the matchup. And one more thing, I also know that Tom Russo, this is your last show on Orange Press Pass. Salute to you, my friend. I love you, brother.
Oh, we love you too, Tyler. Don't worry. Don't worry about John and me. We're chilling here. We're rotting in the corner. Don't worry about it. Hey, Tyler Melito, our very own beat reporter, putting together some great coverage of Syracuse's 21-14 win. If you want to check it out, check us out on Twitter at CitrusTV Sports and our website, Citrus.